YouTube faithful, what's going on? It is Throwback Thursday, but we're not throwing it back too far. Yesterday, right here on this channel, the MLB was basically a flawless victory sweep. So, the NBA, I told you guys, we're just guessing all the chalk for the NBA. You saw the Warriors bench their starters in the third with 5 minutes to go. Actually, it was 6. And they literally cut it to 13 and didn't put back in the starters. That is the type of poverty NBA is bringing to the table. Complete guessing, lotto, scratch off, chalk it. We're moving to MLB. We will still cover a little bit of NBA. In fact, I have a few picks for you today regarding the NBA, but the focus is going to be MLB. So what I ask you guys to do is smash the like button, especially if you tailed the two-man with Nathan Eovaldi yesterday. I gave you Michael King. I told you it was hitting, not the full line. Take the Goblin because the full line wasn't going to quite get there. It didn't. Cash it. And then I took the other half, paired it with O'Yarny. Can never go wrong. I game stacked the Dodgers with Cal, who I thought was going to get shelled. He did via my model. And then finally, I told you guys on this channel, Sengun under rebounds, which I took, but I also took under his PRA. We made it on the live stream. And I also said on the live stream, under LeBron James' assist, 7 was too high, okay? Especially in a closeout game, he should have wanted to take over. Guess what? He didn't show up to the dance, and now they're in Cancun on 5. Lakers in 5? No, it was always Wolves in 5. Wolves in 6. Cash the Wolves, okay? I made a pretty penny yesterday on that series, I have to admit. And you guys that lost, you know who you are, and Iceberg made some coin too. And then finally with MLB, I had the full sweep here. Chris Sale, Cal Quantrill, Aaron Judge, Ohtani, and Eovaldi. 10 to win 85, powered it up, felt great about it. My new crushed bat simulator is working magic, and I will continue to use it. We'll run some of it on this channel right here today, guys. So smash that like button like Mama taught you right. I can't emphasize it enough. You smashing the like button really pumps the channel, and it pumps up your boy to keep doing videos. And it wasn't just me that won. A lot of people got W's in the MLB streets yesterday. Even Ash coming out with a win. Oh my goodness. Faceless cashed. My MLB streets. Guys, Spartan got out of April with a win. So did I. I think it was 18%. MLB swept, just like Spartan said. Stone Cold got W's, guys and girls, because I know you're watching. NBA is tough right now, man. It just is. So we're going to talk about NBA, but we're also going to focus on MLB, and then all summer long, it's going to be MLB and WNBA. So get ready. You might as well lock in now. If you're nervous about learning a new sport, don't worry. Captain Crush has got your back. Now, normally you can see my little face in the corner, but I am on the road. I'm in a hotel. Still coming to you live, doing these videos. I've been having live streams too. I've been doing it all still on the road because I care about my community, guys, and I've been feeding MLB, but I'm not going to pretend that NBA has been great. Every night I've been taking 2 men NBA lineups that are my favorite unders, taking them, and they've been cashing, and it's been sweat-free cash, and I don't know why I haven't been doing that all playoffs long, but I'll tell you why. The psychology is who the heck wants to take unders while you're watching the games and sweat for the playoffs? Not me, but if you're trying to make coin, we got to do what we got to do, man. So we will find some unders, but I am taking this right here. If you can't beat them, join them. And Joker at 7.5 assists. It was just the taco. Possibly could be due regression, but I still think he gets a triple-double tonight, and for that reason, 9.5 assists is going in the mix. Now, my projection model has him roughly for 10. Again, I'm not going to go show you Pick Finder and go through all the analytics. You guys know the range of outcomes for Joker at this point. There's no need. We're seeing the same matchup night in, night out. Now, we can have a little bit of correlation here. What are we thinking? If we thinking that Joker gets 10 assists, who does he dish to? Well, none other than Jamal Murray at 20.5, the most popular play in America? Question mark? Well, Captain Crush says tease it on down to 18.5. Get a little bit conservative with it because I don't really like it to be fully at 20.5. I think he can squeak out 20. So does my projection model. But again, 21 is going to be a little bit of a stretch, so I do like the 18.5. And I think these two are my favorite Nuggets. My third place would be Browns 18.5 PRA. This would be number 3. These would be my favorite 3 plays for the Nuggets tonight. And then for the Clippers, it's real simple too. It's Kawhi Leonard. Where are we going with Kawhi Leonard? Are we taking his Goblin points? Well, if you think Kawhi Leonard's going to get over 19.5 points, you are probably right. But do I want to sit there and take the payout cut and sweat that? Probably not going to do that. I will, however, take his RA Goblin at 10.5 because look, if you pair it with any other random one, it's 2.5x, and for that reason, it is going in the lineup. It's going in the mix. And then who am I going to run it back with? Who? New Day style, baby. We're going with Daddy Zoo. Zoo is who? Zoobox. 18.5 points. Wrong, comment guy. Oh, wow, they put a hook on it. PrizePicks, you didn't have to do me like that. I had 21 points assist. I got a little push equity. Now, oh, there it is. There's 2. Bang. They're messing up. So this is my favorite one for the Clippers. 2-2. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Now, normally, I'd give you all the analytics and the analysis on here's why, but the video's already late. Got to get it out there, trying to keep it short and sweet. Those are my favorite plays between the Nuggets and the Clippers. Now, you'd be like, oh, Cap, why aren't you putting in the lineup? I already have it in, Chief. And if you don't believe me, ask my Discord. I already posted it with the link, Papa. So it's there. But you know what? Because there's going to be doubters among you, a bunch of doubting Thomases, I will put this in live right here again. There it is right there. 6x, 10 to win 60. Power it up if you want to flex it, if you want the conservative. Wow, they just took Kawhi off the board in real time. Wow, you know what? Fine. I'll just take this as a 2-man then, since I already got that in the mix anyways. There it is. Zubox, 21 PA. Joker, 9.5 assists. 2-man. Let's go. I would prefer Kawhi Leonard's RA at 10.5 for the 2-man, but you just saw them pull it off in real time. Now, what do we have for the next game, Cap? What we got? Well, we're going to be looking at Cade Cunningham, and you know what? Oh, did they pull it? Oh, yeah, they did. It was Cade Cunningham less 9.5 assists, folks, and they pulled it off the board. Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know they pulled it off the board? But you know what? That's fine. Captain Crush is going right here. Less 37.5 points assists. I don't care, long hair. He's going to have to get 10 assists and 28 points to beat me. And if he does, so be it. I am taking less 37.5 points assist. I don't care, Cade. I love you. You're a cash coin respecter. But I'm tired of getting burned on these overs, my friend. And for that reason, you just made the list and you are going less 37 points assist. Now for the NBA first quarter, Captain Crush has got your back with Jalen Brunson, 1.5 first quarter assists. It's a cash cow, and I will continue to ride this train until I am forced off. You can take Brunson 1.5 first quarter assists, or you can go to the full game right here, and you can take his Captain Gabby Brunson, 5.5 dimes. Did they pull it? Nope, it's still there. He should be getting 6 dimes. He should have got 8 last time. They did stat correct it, but look, still pays 2.25x, and that, my friends, is what I would think. Now, if you're like, oh, Cap, we want an under for the Knicks game. Well, let me get your back real quick, okay? How about Karl Anthony Towns less 23.5 points? Oh my gosh, it's scary, Cap. He just had 17, 27, 31. He can go up. Yeah, he can. Sure, forget about it. I know he can. Again, if he gets 24 points, God bless him. How about Mikal Bridges less 15.5 points after he just dropped 17? Either one of those would be fine, but this is my favorite under. And then if you want to under from the other game, I'm going with Kawhi Leonard. It would be under, 19 field goals attempted. I know they're facing elimination, but even then, he's only should be putting up like 20 shots at average, okay? So if he puts up 20 shots, he chalks me. So be it. This line used to be 22, and it was sweat-free under, but now it's 19. I think you could go under there. And then where's Chalkbrook? Look at this. They're lowering this in real time. It's like they have a freaking microphone in my hotel room. They're following Captain Crush around. My God in heaven, dude. Oh my God. Guys, find him at 37.5. The line's too high, and smash the under on Cade. But we're moving on to MLB. But guys, if you saw my winning slips and you want to be a part of the winning team, you want to get access to my tools, my projection sheets, crush spats, all of it, you got to go to CaptainCrush.net. It's the gold package. This gives you access to the live streams, my roll member slips, my lineups, my prop lists, and my data model tools that I post each and every day for you guys. Now, I wouldn't be Crush if I didn't give you a promo, right? So the promo code is MLB for new members, all caps, right there. There you go, $14.99 for your first month. You can't beat it with a stick. This will grandfather you in to the new era where it's going to be the tools for MLB PGA, where they're going to be interactive. You'll be able to use them. You won't just have the PDFs, you will have the actual tools. So get in now so you are grandfathered in, because when the prices go up, if you've already been a member, a subscribing member, you are immune to that. Now, if you want to know what you're getting all my projection sheets. So for MLB, it looks just like this. This is the old tool that I use. NBA fantasy sheets, they look just like this, where you can get the player fantasy score. Look, if I would have trusted my own model yesterday on LeBron James, I would have taken under his fantasy score. The model had him going under that fantasy score by 7, and I still overrided it and took the over. Why? Because I wanted to eat chalk. It had Sengun going over. It cashed. Anthony Edwards was pretty much 50-50. He cashed. And then where's Jimmy Butler? Just out of curiosity. It had Jimmy Butler going under too, or a 0.7 7 differential. So sometimes all you have to do is just trust the data, guys. But you get this included as well. You get all my plays in a list just like this, which this was yesterday. You could see Eovaldi. I told you guys, that is the better discount of the two. I said Fade Burns, King Cash, Quantrill Cash, Anderson Cash, Chris Sale Cash. But chalked is less 7.5, but I said that was going to be risky. Dollander got hurt, but he cashed his hits allowed, chalked his earned runs. Again, he did get hurt. Carmen chalked his earned runs by 2 by 1. They hooked him. He cashed his hits allowed sweat free, but you could see I put the probabilities for you. His earned runs would have soared. They pulled him at 64 pitches. I still don't understand why. And then Matthew Boyd over 4.5 hits allowed. Cash. And then for the hitters, the Braves, all the Braves chalked, but all the Dodgers cashed. So it's pretty much 50-50, but you will get this list sent to your phone each and every day. And then you will get these slips with the link right here, like this was posted for your 2.25x. And then this one was posted as well. Boyd Cash, King Cash, Quantrill Cash, Anderson Cash, Sale Cash, and then Carmen hooked. But if you took his hits allowed, it cashed. So 5 of 6, you would have doubled up, which you can see here, but I powered it, so I didn't get to double up. But the links are there for you. That is what you're getting, in addition to the general chat. And my newest tool, which is still in beta, it will be released sometime this month. We are in May. Happy May. Crushed Bats. So we are going to select a pitcher, and let's take a look at Kyle Freeland, because everyone's going to be looking at him, or Casey Mize and Berrios. We got a couple that are still going off today. The MLB had a bunch of early games today, unfortunately, but let's take a gander. So Kyle Freeland, you can see it pulls all of his stats. You don't need to worry about what's going on under the hood. And it looks like they bumped Cade Cunningham back up to 37.5. That is great. That is great news. So you know what we're going to do? And they're bumping it right back down. We will find him at 37.5. I bet you we can find it on ParlayPlay. And speaking of ParlayPlay, ParlayPlay has a discounted line on Cade, 23.5. It's basically a taco. You can take that there on ParlayPlay. Also, they do have his points assist under, but look, it's super juiced under 1.58. But you can still take under on it if you want. You can actually take under on 38.5 points assist. That is the beauty of having alternate lines on ParlayPlay. They are making a lot of changes. They're making a bunch of stuff. My nukes are going to be on ParlayPlay. The link is in the description. Use code CRUSH. Get your deposit match. Stop just using PrizePicks. I'm telling you guys, get in the mix on ParlayPlay. Underdog and Chalkboard too, guys. Don't just give your coin to PrizePicks. They're not the only dog in town. So there you go. That's where you want to take Cade less, 37.5, or you can just take it under 38.5 too. Pair it up with a promo. What do we got for the promos today? I know Cade's a promo, but see what else we got. Guerrero half a hit? Sure. Bang. Give me my 2x right there. There you go. Payout boost on Guerrero half a hit. Why not? I don't think it's bad. There you go. And they keep moving this line, man. They keep moving this line. But anyways, we're looking at Kyle Freeland. Clear the board. We're looking at Kyle Freeland, 3.5, 4.5, 2.5. So 3.5 is what we want to put in. 2.5, 4.5, and then 0.5. So what this does is it takes all the data from 2024, 2025, puts it together 10,000 times, and we will get a run out. Now, he gets 3.7 strikeouts in the simulation, 3.7 earned runs, 7 hits allowed, almost a full walk, and he's pitching just over 5 innings. Okay, so should we take his over on strikeouts? Well, in 10,000 runs, it goes over 50% of the time. I would leave it alone, which is why it's yellow. Earned runs, 2.5. 71% of the time, he's going over 2.5 runs in the simulation. So imagine, this is how you have to think about this. We took all the stats in this game and we played it 10,000 times. The hitters, the pitcher, everything. This is the probabilities of what showed up. Hits allowed. He gave up 5 hits 85% of the time. So 8,500 times he got 5 hits allowed. That's how you have to look at it. So that means 1,500 out of the 10,000, he didn't give up 5 hits, but 8,500 of them, he did. So we will want to look at that. You can see the hits allowed, but since we can only take one choice per PrizePicks lineup, we want to go with the most probability in our favor, and that is obviously the Goblin at 4.5, 85%, then the earned runs. Now, the Goblin doesn't pay as much, but the earned runs pays a full payout. So if you wanted to take this, listen, 7,100 times out of 10,000, he's going over 2.5 earned runs. That's good enough for me. The strikeouts, it's 50-50. We just leave it alone. He does project for 3.7, so if you wanted to take his Goblin strikeouts, you could, but I'm taking the hits allowed. It's that simple. If you want the full payout, you can take his 2.5 earned runs, guys. It's that simple. Now, for hitters, I am working on my hitters version as well. The pitchers one is going to be out mid-May. Again, gold package members will have access. Now, the hitters today are real simple for me. Duran, I've talked about this before on this channel. Ever since that whole thing came out with his story and then the fan incident, he's just had the hot bat. He is the most popular play, but for good reason. I'm going right back to my wagon. He hasn't let me down yet. I will continue to ride this train until I'm forced off. If he sells, by God, he sells. Next up, I'm going with Torres versus the Angels. Didn't get a hit on April 30th. He's due. I think these are the two hitters you're going to want to have today, Duran and Torres. There's a couple other ones I like. They are posted in the Discord, but I think you should definitely have exposure to these two. And then let's run another pitcher real quick. Tanner Hawk Tua. And then we'll get out of here, guys. I know the video is long. I'm sorry. 4, 5.5, and 1.5. All right, so we got to find Hawk Tua. There he is, Tanner. All right, his Goblin is 4.5 hits allowed. His earned runs is 1.5. His strikeouts is 4, and his walks is a 2.5 demon. Let's run it 10,000 times. And what do we got? Well, he's going over 4Ks 47% of the time. That's a fade, but you do have push equity. He's going over his earned runs 86% of the time. 86% of the time. That's his Goblin. Hits allowed 4.5. 68% of the time he's going over 4.5 hits allowed. And then walks 2.5. He's only going over 24% of the time, and that is why that is a demon. That checks out. So you would avoid the strikeouts, take over earned runs, over hits allowed, and then walks you would take less, 2.5, but it's a demon, so you can't. Easy peasy. My goal with building this was to make it as easy as possible for you guys to digest. And there it is. That would pay 1.7x by itself. If you took his hits allowed, it's 1.6x. But if you threw hitters in there, you could get the full 3x, okay? That's why when you're doing baseball, you want to mix and match it, okay? Another one that I like today, which they removed it, it was KZ Mize, less 1.5 walks. We already put it in the Discord. Another reason why you guys got to get in. You'll get access to this tool once it's out of beta. It will be this month. I promise you guys, if you're gold package, you're going to get it. People are already joining and be like, Cap, where is it? It's coming. But what I do is I run it for the people that ask. You're wondering about a pitcher? I'm in my chat all day long. I run it for you guys for now, okay? Plus, you get those other projection models and my slips and everything else. A lot of people doing this will just be like, oh, take this, post it, and never talk. No, I interact with my community. I teach them what to look for. I sweat it out with you guys. I'm the real deal when it comes to that. It's not all about just, oh, well, here's what I take, tailor fate. No, I do that, but I also do so much more. Guys, if you wouldn't mind liking the video, I'm on the road. I'm trying to get this out for you guys still, so it really does help out when you guys like the video. It shows me that you guys are engaged and interested in my content, and I do appreciate it. I'm giving you a big fat salute. Good luck in all your contests, and as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.